All right, welcome back. It's been a while. It's good to see you, Mikey. Lucas can't make it today, but he'll hopefully be on next time.
Yes, sir, Tanner. Thank you for having me. Good to see you guys again.
So the reason why it's been so long is because I've been having a lot going on, and I had a big procedure where I'm just gonna share it. I don't really give a fuck what people think. But for the past 1 to 2 years, my gut health has been very bad. I've been getting built up acne on my face. My everything's kind of been bad because I've had a hemorrhoid. I had whenever I go to the bathroom, it's just I can't really. Before I had the procedure, I literally didn't go to the bathroom for like a week or two at one point, and it was getting really bad. So I went to the doctor. The doctor said I need to get them removed. So it's finally summer, so I had a good time where I could get the hemorrhoids removed and do nothing for 2 weeks. And that's exactly what I did. I got them removed. It was a easy surgery, but it was a very painful recovery. It is actually the most painful procedure in the world for recovery. Because you literally can't do anything. It's really fucked up. But I'm finally back to normal, which is good. And yeah, you got any questions before I go into the whole experience and stuff?
Shit. Yeah, I didn't know that was the most painful surgery.
It's called, I could tell you what it's,
I didn't even know that. Were you on painkillers after?
I was on,
what were you on?
So for the past, during the first week, I was prescribed two things. I forgot what they're called, but one was to stop the inflammation, one was to kind of stop the pain. I did those two things, and I was also taking Tylenol. But the procedure was called an hemorrhoidectomy, and you could look it up, and it's very, very painful after.
Mm-hmm. We'll pop it up on the screen.
I could pop up some pictures because I was so fucked up after. After the procedure, there's a picture of me flexing with no shirt, and dude, I'll pull it up. But
yeah, it
was just really hard experience, and I don't understand how people can go so long with doing nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just by sitting in bed or going on their phone. I was doing that for 2 weeks, and after 3 days, I was sick of it.
So this is the longest period of you just, I guess, sitting around doing nothing?
Yeah. It sucked. I felt like I had to go to the bathroom the whole time, but I couldn't go. But right now, there's such a drastic change. My gut system finally works. I'm going to the bathroom regularly. My acne is gone.
Okay.
Everything's great. And my metabolism is back to being fast, so I can eat unhealthy more often. So that's great. And yeah, I'm just a lot better and happier. So what have you been up to, Michael?
I can tell. You do seem a lot happier, and you do seem really happy. You have this aura around.
The aura?
Yeah, you got aura now.
I didn't have aura before.
No, your aura is a lot higher. It seems like that's what I meant. But for me, I've just been grinding at work, working 5 to 6 days a week since school's over. I've been getting back into the gym about 4 to 5 times a week, and then just putting money away. Towards the end of the summer, I really want to get a car, so that when I go away for college again, that I can drive myself and have a car available. But yeah.
I admire how determined you are with your work, and you're going to get that car. If you really commit to that goal, it's what you're going to do.
Right.
And yeah, what do you mean I had aura? What is it?
No, I'm saying you got aura, and you have this light around you, I guess. You just seem happier.
Really?
You're glowing. That's what I meant.
Thanks, Mikey.
Yeah, of course.
You glow sometimes too.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But also, guys, for the motivation of my fans, I'm starting the 30-day run challenge. I'm on day 11 today. So make sure to check the channel out. And third time's a charm. I'm getting it done this time.
He will not be running at night, hopefully. But go support the channel. He'll be getting
hopefully,
it done.
Yeah. Appreciate it. But Tanner, a question for you. Was it a big weight off your shoulders after you got the surgery done?
Dude, I was procrastinating it a lot because it was a fear of mine to get that procedure done. I went to the doctors. So the whole story is I I remember my mom told me about a procedure that she was doing. And while I was in Tampa, I I she said something about a procedure she was doing, and I was like realizing, wait a sec, is this normal? That every time I go to the bathroom, it's just like I feel something coming out. I mean, it's pretty TMI, but I
It's
won't
not.
get too much into it.
Yeah.
But and then I called my dad. I said, "Hey, Dad, is this normal?" And he goes, "No, that's not normal." I said it's been happening for like a year and a half. Probably because I went on keto and didn't have enough fiber, so I started straining, and then yeah. But after that, I realized it wasn't normal. So he helped me get a doctor in the Tampa area, and I went to the doctor, and she did a checkup. She told me the problem, and then she tried solving it. She did a little mini procedure called banding, where you like put a band around the hemorrhoid and try strangling it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's gonna like this episode, but fuck
Yeah,
it.
it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, it's honesty, but and that didn't work. It worked for like a second, and then the problem came right back. So then I wanted an opinion from a different doctor. So I went to a doctor in West Palm Beach every time I came home to Boca. That's why I came home to Boca so often, because I always went to the appointments, and he gave me a special cream, and I used the cream, and he said, if the cream doesn't work, then you're going to need to get the procedure. And I said, does the procedure hurt? And he goes, yeah. So after that, I was just really afraid, and he told me I could wait as long until I needed to get the procedure done. So I just waited until the summer and stopped procrastinating, got it done. But it was tough. But I definitely feel like a weight got taken off my shoulders.
That's good.
You ever had a surgery like that or anything? Not like that, but
no, I actually haven't had any surgery. Thankfully,
really?
No, I haven't. I never had surgery before.
Wow, that's crazy.
But yeah, I've been pretty healthy, taking care of myself. So yeah. But I mean, yeah, I'm proud of you that you got that done. You knew how much pain that was going to be, so that's great that you got it done.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Speaking of the inflammation that it gave me after, I've been really focused on the no seed oils that I've been telling you about, and I've had such a drastic change in my life as well. Ever since the surgery, I've been eating seed oil free. Whatever I want, that's seed oil free. We've been baking cakes, cupcakes, everything in our house that just doesn't have bad oils. And I don't inflame anymore. I don't gain weight. I feel better. And when I do eat seed oils, like I took a trip to New York to visit the modeling agencies that I'll touch on after. And I ate pretty bad for the past 2 days, and I came back, and yesterday I was just miserable. I had headaches. My face was fat. I was sleeping worse, and it was just horrible. What do you think about the whole seed oils and the inflammation? What's your opinion on that?
I think it's great to hop on a seed oil free diet. I feel like there's just so many seed oils in everything that we eat. I haven't been off, I guess, like a strictly like no seed oil diet to like really notice any difference. But I feel like if I did hop on it, I would notice a lot of differences. But I think it's great that, recently, like you've been caring about your health and your body, I guess, realized like the food that was coming in was way different than it was, like kind of threw it off. But that's good that the inflammation, I bet it probably wasn't as profound compared to like when you were like eating seed oil stuff.
So I'll put it in perspective for you. When you go on your runs and you're doing your challenge, does the food you eat change the outcome of the run?
Yeah, if it's heavy and if it's like recent, but if it's like a lighter meal and I space it out well enough, then I can run a lot better, honestly.
But it doesn't matter what it is. It just matters when you eat it.
I would say so. I would say so. Because it'll just digest. If I just let it digest, no matter what it is, then I'll be fine, really. Like for me personally.
I see that. For me, it's just like, I don't know. I've learned that when I eat low carbs, I don't perform as well with sports, and when I eat high carbs and I don't go for a walk or I don't work out, I'll get a little chunkier.
Yeah,
because I have that glycogen in my body and I'm not using it.
right.
But back to the New York thing, I'll tell you about that. So I got new photos for the modeling, new everything. I updated my portfolio, and I was like, you know what? I have a mentor, Gary, he was a model as well, and he's helping me, guiding me through this experience. And he told me to start submitting to agencies in New York because my goal is to get to Tokyo. And I submitted to Tokyo and New York. And I heard back from 4 agencies from New York, and I heard back from 2 from Tokyo. So I'm still emailing back and forth from the ones with Tokyo because that's my goal, is to get there next year, or in like 2 months. I want to be living in Tokyo doing that.
Oh, bro.
And yeah, so I went to New York and visited the agencies. And after, I went and had a spree and ate I'll put the pictures up, but I was just going crazy. Pizza, freaking pancakes, baked goods, everything, you name it. But it was crazy. I mean, the experience going to New York was just, I love New York, but everything is very expensive. That's it.
Have you been to Tokyo before?
I've never been to Tokyo. That's my dream, is to go
So you'd
there.
rather live there than New York?
Of course. I mean, Tokyo is a whole nother experience. It's clean, safe.
That seems much more like peaceful, I guess. And the culture is way different.
Have you ever been out of the country?
Yeah, I've been to like Cuba, Mexico, but these were on like cruises. These weren't, and like I guess tourist traps. So I didn't really get like out of the country, not really like an authentic experience of like other countries. But I do want to like go to Europe and check it out, like for myself, see what the culture is like. But I haven't like been out of the country really, like in that sense. Yeah, like authentically, I haven't like been out of the country.
But yeah, Tokyo, that's my goal right now. Like you said, your goal is to get in the car.
Right.
I got like the tunnel vision. Tokyo.
Yeah.
That's my goal, is to get
nice,
there.
Bro. That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I might be transitioning to doing the online school and do that.
Yeah.
But because,
what if you just transfer to a university in Tokyo? Like English
crazy
thing. Yeah. English fucking program.
But I was having this conversation with my dad before. Do you think, because a lot of people, when they have something they're working on, they'll drop out of school and commit to that fully. So when do you know if it's the right move to risk everything for your goal and not, you know what I mean? Because right now I'm still doing school while I'm focusing on this goal. But some people, they focus on the goal and drop everything else. So how do you know when to drop everything, and how do you know if it's okay to do that?
Well, I feel like it's a balancing act. Like for now, I guess with your modeling, are you able to balance like school and modeling? Because I know you were doing modeling during the school semester, right?
I'm not able to balance doing school in person, but I could balance it online.
Like online? Yeah. Then I feel like if you're able to balance both at the same time, then why not? Rather than, because if you're already like, I guess, unless you could like do more modeling opportunities and like traveling, then I guess I feel like just, I guess the long term, if it'll work out better for you, I guess financially, like in the long term, and you could spread your name out there, then more like with it getting a degree, I feel like then you should pursue modeling more. And plus it's something that you enjoy doing, I guess. So I feel like modeling for you in the future would be best.
Have you had anything recently that, I don't know, you got any cool stories? Anything new? Anybody at Kiki's?
No, not at the moment. I mean, I've just been serving people, I guess more often, and I find joy in that, like helping other people. I actually might get a second job.
Really?
Yeah. So I was thinking about getting a second job, but I'm probably gonna wait because we're going to like Stewart soon, I guess next week. So I probably will get one the week after as a server, and then just grind for the car. That's really what I want to get.
Nice. I mean, for the people watching, I haven't spoken to Michael in a month. Literally.
Yeah, I know. We got to keep in touch better, man. We actually haven't. It's a little sad.
I haven't spoke because he's been such tunnel vision. Yeah. I want to talk to you about that. How do you feel that you've kind of been on that grind yourself? Because I did that whole grind thing like 2 months ago. And I kind of ghosted everybody, but you're not really doing it on purpose. You're just grinding. So how do you feel right now?
I mean, I do feel a little disconnected, man. I like hearing from you guys in the group. For other reasons, I kind of distance myself, like besides work. But yeah, in that sense, I feel better. But yeah, I feel disconnected. I love the boys, love hearing from these guys, and we have a lot of similar experiences, and we're all college students just trying to make a name for ourselves, and just trying to like figure out what we're trying to do for the rest of our lives, or for at least most of our lives. But yeah, I do feel a little disconnected. Something I want to work on.
I like that. The college, everybody's trying to make a name for themselves. Yeah. On my last podcast with Ben Cohen, he had a post that he said, "Is college the last 4 years of being a kid, or is the first 4 years of the rest of your life?" What do you think about that question?
Oh, that's a good one. I think it's the first 4 years of being an adult, because college, you gonna want you want to like have it out for your. I feel like high school is kind of like the last 4 years of being, I guess, a kid, because at least for me, I went to a free school, and my parents, they put me in there, and I kind of just finished it on my own. I didn't have to go to college. People don't have to go to college, but I wanted to go out to college, and I feel like taking on that big responsibility of going to a college and specifically picking it out and applying for it is a really big part of just becoming an adult and just taking on responsibility. It's kind of similar to applying to a job, I guess, to like a college, and they have to accept you. So personally, I think it's first 4 years of being an adult.
So what do you think about the kids who just drink and party? I feel like that those kids, they're going to get to year 3 or maybe 4 and be like, shit, what do I do for the rest of my life? So that's why I really agree with what you're saying. It's the first 4 years of the rest of your life. I mean, you kind of have to figure shit out, because right when you get out of school, you got to have a plan, which is so scary, unless your parents are fortunate enough to help you out. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, with like the drinking, the smoking thing, for people like, I guess, that never drank, like never smoke at home, like you guys aren't missing out on anything really. It's really not all that. It's just a temporary happiness. I think it's just best if you don't, or if you do, just try to limit yourself and really just focus on academics and things that'll pay off for you in the long term. Because like drinking, it's a black hole. I mean, there's just so many problems from it. Just really taking it seriously and just establish a schedule like in college that you can really just follow throughout, I guess, your like personal career, and then you'll just be fine, and you'll set yourself up for success rather than failure if you drink and do all that other stuff.
So I have a little argument for you, because let's say I am in high school, and my whole life I've had parents always telling me what to do. They're not letting me go to parties and stuff like that. And I get to college and I'm like, finally, I can do what I want. So when I asked you that question about college is the last 4 years of being a kid, or it's the first 4 years of the rest of your life, what about those kids who have those really strict parents that couldn't really be a kid when they were in high school?
I mean, yeah, but I feel like it's just a big responsibility. It's another thing, because like you're on your own, I guess, in college. I mean, if you're living at home, not really, but if you move away for college, then that is being an adult, and you put yourself in different situations. If you want to drink, you can. If you don't, I mean, just responsibility at the end of the day. But I feel like it's not a good idea to really like wanting to drink and just like fiending for parties and stuff like that. It's not all that.
I wanted to touch on what you said before. going to college, it's kind of more than just college. Me and you were fortunate enough that we could leave our hometown and experience life on our own and have our own responsibilities. We could choose whatever we wanted to eat, but we mostly choose to eat healthy because I went to University of Tampa. Luckily, I was fortunate enough to leave my city and go to school somewhere else. And so were you. You were when you went to FSU. And me and you, we both experience life with responsibilities. We don't have anybody telling us when to eat. We don't have anybody telling us when to make our bed, do our laundry, go to class. Me and you, we have to choose to do that stuff on our own. So I feel like college is more than just school, and it teaches you life skills if you get a chance to go away.
100% agree with that. You definitely spread your wings, and it's what you make of it, and definitely just try to establish a routine as quickly as possible that you can adhere to, and you'll be super successful, and that'll pay like massive dividends in the future. But what did Ben say? Did he say the first 4 years of becoming an adult?
Ben actually has a reel. I'll show you it.
Okay.
I could just play it. Fuck it. I'll play it on the screen.
I've been really thinking about college lately, and of course I am a college student. Everyone always tells you that college is the best 4 years of your life. It's the last opportunity to be a kid. However, I want to break down the hours of the day and actually explain to the viewers why you should start prioritizing your career during college, but you can still have a college experience. You have 24 hours a day. Let's say you sleep 7 hours a day. That gives you 17 hours. Let's say you're a college student. At most, you guys we're not doing more than 4 hours of work a day. I'm going to go as far, if you are consistent and you're putting in schoolwork 6 or 7 days a week, I'm going to give you 3 hours of schoolwork. So now we're at 7 hours of sleep, 3 hours of schoolwork a day. That gives you 17, we're at 14 hours left. Let's say you want to screw around. Let's say you want to go out and party. Let's say you want to do the drugs. Let's say you want to take your chops. Let's say you want to smoke that bong with weed. Even though I don't condone any of those actions and I'm personally not involved in that, let's give you 6 hours of that, of all that nonsense and tomfoolery, which over the course of 4 years is not going to be good. But let's give you 6 hours a day. We're at 7 hours of sleep. We're at 3 hours of schoolwork. That's 10. We're at 6 hours of tomfoolery. That's 16. You still have, including sleep, 8 hours every single day where you can produce a career of some sort. Even if you take another 4 hours to do whatever you want. Let's say you put in 4 hours a day and you start working towards, let's say you're starting to establish a company. Let's say you want to get a job and work 6 hours a day. Let's say maybe you want to take the route that I'm trying to take right now, social media content, and maybe starting that company. You have time, if you schedule yourselves wisely, during your college years when your expenses are low. Most of you, your parents are taking care of your rent, and your parents are, everything that they've done in their lives, they're providing for their college children. Do not let 4 years of college go to complete and utter waste, because then when you're 22, you have nothing. You've started nothing. But if you take a measly 4 hours out of your day and work that into your routine, you can actually produce a product for yourself that when you graduate college, you have things going for you. Thank you very much and enjoy the day.
So that's the real. Make sure you guys check out that podcast episode I did with Ben.
Shout out Ben.
Chase motivational.
Yeah. Shout out Big Ben.
I'll put whatever it is. But yeah, you guys got to meet. You guys are really like each other. A little collab.
I like the guy already, but that's why I wanted to see what he said.
Yeah, you watched the podcast?
I started it. I saw a bunch of reels. I liked it a lot. Kid's really well spoken.
Very smart.
Yeah, really well spoken.
I really like Ben because he went through a tough situation. Right. He went through struggle, and he didn't let it bring him down. He chose to make that journey he went through and that experience he went through and made him a better person rather than made him a depressed person or someone sad. He's using that experience he went through to help others. Do you feel like you kind of have to go through stuff in life to help other people?
Yes, 100%. I feel like for me, a big part of life is helping other people. I get joy out of helping other people. But yeah, if you have just like in a depressing episode and I think a big part of me in life is just making something out of nothing and just, I guess, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and just, I don't know, kind of like a rose, like flowering through the concrete, just like out of nothing. And just like,
what do you mean by that? A rose flowering through the concrete?
I don't know. It's like, I've seen it, like, it's kind of like a metaphor, just like a flower in like the concrete. It's like, has nothing, like, it's just going through like the concrete. It's like no soil, no nothing. It's just growing through like whatever. And it's like defying the odds, basically. And that's kind of like a cool picture that I like.
I like that.
But yeah, I think, yeah, you do kind of have to go through some stuff. And I feel like when you do go through that, when someone else goes through that, you can relate to them and help them get through that as well.
I want to touch on that a lot. I really agree with, to help someone, you have to relate to them. Because 100%. If you want to help someone, you kind of have to understand what they're going through. But to do that, you kind of have to be in their shoes, or you have to have been in their shoes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like we talked about some cool stuff today.
Yes.
What's your biggest take from this episode?
Something we just talked about is to be a practitioner, not a theorist. Like what we were saying, like you actually do have to go through an experience to really relate to someone else. So I would say, guys, practice what you preach and become a practitioner of whatever it might be, whether it be the gym. And then you could really help people along the way that are going through a similar experience or journey.
That's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Love it, Mikey.
Thank you.
So I got a quote that I want to say at the end of this podcast, and I'll explain how it goes along with the episode. The way we choose to see the world creates the world we see. So I'm going to relate it to my experience I had with my procedure. I could have went through that experience and just, it could have all been negative. I have to get this procedure. I'm going to be in pain for 2 weeks. I won't be able to see anybody. I could see the world in that in such a negative way. I might look worse for modeling, that I'll be super skinny, but I looked at that experience in more of a positive way. I went through that. I feel better after. I told myself I won't have this issue anymore. I looked at the world in a better way, and looked at my life like it's not the end of the world. You're going to perform well no matter what. You're going to be awesome in front of the modeling agencies. Right. And I also want to relate it to Ben. Ben, when he went through a tough experience, he created a vision in his mind that he can get through it. He thought positive and he worked through the struggles and got through it. So yeah, you like that quote?
I do like it a lot. I mean, when you got the surgery, you knew that you probably won't feel as good, like short term, but long term you would. Like you were going to be in pain short term, but you knew like long term, like you'd probably be a lot happier, I guess, for most of your life. I don't know if it would have persisted if you didn't get surgery or not, but like, yeah, you would have been a lot happier. So like you knew the plan and you knew to just go along with the plan. So that was great.
Yeah. Well, it was great talking to you. Great catching up. And we're going to keep recording. We're back, baby.
Yeah.
Mike and Tanner, baby.
Back like we never left.
But sorry about if you watched this whole episode and you heard about my whole procedure and everything. If you don't want to watch the episode, I totally understand. Totally. But I'm just trying to be myself. So love you, Mikey. Thanks for watching, guys.
Love you too, bro.
Peace.
See ya.